Hi friends, this is FirearmPop, and today we're just going to go review a little basic revolver cleaning. Now today I'm using my Smith & Wesson Model 10. I really, another one of my guns from my safe that I really enjoy. It's a real bargain. They're very plentiful. If you check with your local gun shop, you'll find almost all of them have a Model 10, a used one, for sale. And they range in price from $100 to $300, depending on the condition. This had some holster wear, okay, and but it was in relatively good shape. The cylinder was tight. There was a little gap between the cylinder and the barrel, and it looked like it was in overall good shape. So I picked it up, and I really enjoy shooting this gun. And these guns have a lot of history behind them. They were used almost extensively, military and local police, for years. As a matter of fact, as a child, I remember every bank had 1 to 2 armed guards. Every bank. I don't care what bank you went into, there was an armed guard standing by the door. And this is the gun they had in their holster. If anybody knows what year they stopped doing that, because all of a sudden they were gone. And I never realized why or when that happened, but the armed guards in banks are gone. Now, even if you remember armed guards in banks, make a comment below. It would be interesting to see who remembers that, who doesn't, and when they actually disappeared, if anybody does know. I imagine with the advent of video surveillance, the need for armed guards diminished. Anyway, let's get back to cleaning. So, of course, this goes without saying. Gun's empty. You're never going to attempt cleaning a gun that's loaded. Okay, so that's first thing. Okay, so the first thing we want to do really is remove the cylinder so that we can have access to the yoke that's there. Now there's one screw here, just forward of the trigger, that really retains the cylinder in. Now get the proper screwdriver. You don't want to mar the screw up. Get the proper screwdriver and loosen that screw. Now, the most important thing in this exercise is do not lose that screw. Put it in a very, very safe place that's not going to get disturbed. Anyway, with that screw out, when you open the cylinder now, it will slide forward and come right out. See that the screw actually fits in this slot and retains there. And of course all this comes out. Okay, so here's things to clean. I just need to grab a clean cloth here. We can wipe those down to begin with. You can see they're nice and dirty. I don't get to strip the gun down this much that often. Usually I don't remove the yoke. Okay, what we're going to be using today is some hops. And what I like to do is pour a little in the cap. That's what we're going to use for cleaning today. Okay, take out our cleaning tools. I like this little portable set too. I take it to the range with me all the time. It works very well. And at this point we can grab a swab or two and get ready to do some swabbing anyway. So we're going to soak that. And what I like to do is, if you hold it now, you can just swab out the inside of each cylinder. Keep track. That's 2. Three. 4. 4, 5, and 6. Now, yeah, one of the, just for those who don't know, this gun does shoot a 38 special round. That one was tight. Okay, one of the things, I don't know if you notice I'm doing, I always insert and travel in the direction the bullet travels. And what I'm doing, everything always goes in that direction. It's the best thing to do. And we're just going to soak this down with solvent. As you saw, I'm using Hops number 9, the industry leader for many years. There's a lot of other spray solvents on the market. I bring some spray solvent with me to the range when I go there, but here at home, I use the solvent when I can. Now, this is the exception to my rule, is you can't insert the other way in the barrel because it's a revolver. You can in a semi-auto barrel when it's removed from the gun, but just swab it right through, okay, and remove that out. And I try to get everything as much as I can. Now, the only way you're going to get that hammer back, I don't know if you noticed what I just did, the hammer won't come back with the cylinder out. Okay, but if you push the cylinder release back, it does release it to come out. And you can get some solvent and cleaner in there. Okay? Okay. That's enough of that. Now we're going to switch to a bristled brush. This brass brush, as everybody knows. Okay, and we're going to continue the process. Again, go all the way through and come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, we're going to do the same to the barrel. Again, you want to make sure you go all the way through and then pull out. Do not reverse direction of the bristles when you're mid-cylinder. They claim it's not good. Don't know. Never tried it, so I can't tell you what kind of damage it's going to do. We're going to swab first with this. Although this isn't really very clean, but it's going to get the most of the stuff out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And again with this. Okay, let's go back to not that I'm really needing the handle, but now we're going to push some patches through until it comes out nice and clean. takes care of that. Some of these patches look like they're little pieces. I want to get something a little bigger to do my barrel. Okay. Okay, we're just going to rub down, get the excess cleaner off it. Okay. Okay, now before we put the yoke back in, I like to put a little bit of oil on it, just to make sure it stays lubricated. And just, I don't like to put a lot, just a thin bead of oil. Too much oil and you run into problems. This way the oil goes in nice, and this goes back in here. That's in place. Remember that little screw we didn't want to lose? No, we need it now. Okay, so now the screw goes back in. Again, we want that tight, but we don't want to strip it. Okay. Okay. That pretty much cleans up the gun, except the one last finishing touch I like to use is Rusty's rags. I don't know if you've ever used this, but put a nice coating of oil on the gun itself, and you'll see that gun shine right up. Now you'll never know that this is a 40-year-old gun here that I just finished cleaning. Wipe off excess, and there you have a nice clean Model 10 Smith & Wesson. Hope you learned how to clean a revolver. It's something you need to do. Keep the gun nice and clean, and they'll last you for years and not rust. Okay, so this is FirearmPop. You can find me on Facebook at FirearmPop. You can find me on the web at FirearmPop.com. And as always, be safe out there, and God bless. Bye now.